Hey, welcome back to another episode of Gamers Rundown. I almost said Gamers Rundown again. We changed the name to Gamers Podcast.
Oh, we're live again. Thanks for telling me. You've ambushed me again. Oh my god. Yeah, the Gamers Rundown is no longer. We're Gamers
Yeah, we're
Podcast.
Gamers Podcast. Oh man.
Podcast number 41. You'll get there.
Well, it's not the last one. It's our last regular weekly show for the year.
Right.
We will be doing a Thanksgiving and Christmas episode. But until then, so we're basically just gonna shoot the shit today, and just talk about whatever we want to talk about, and we'll be right back with that. And hello.
Bonjour. Ça va bien? Yes, ça va. Welcome again. What a start.
Yeah, well,
You know,
I kind of
you
slept
can't
in
really-
late
you can't-
this morning. I'm unemployed for the next few days.
Slept in late. You came on Skype and I certainly still had that bed hair like that. Go brush your hair. So no, he didn't brush his hair. He put a hat on. Blessed little cotton socks. Welcome to the podcast. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be special.
What are you looking at?
My monitor, mate.
What are you looking at your monitor for? Look at the camera.
Hi. Hi. My name's CJ. I like things like books, going for walks in the park. So I can see the chat, you see. For some reason, on the tablet, it doesn't show the chat. I can see the chat. What's going on?
Uh-huh.
So let's get it started in the normal fashion, okay?
Okay.
I probably know what the answer to this is going to be, but hey Todd, how was your week?
Busy.
Okay, enough about you. No, go on, mate, go on. How was the week?
Just a typical ordinary week. Working at the campground. Just putting in my last few days and my last week and getting ready to go back out on the road for my winter job. So that doesn't happen till Wednesday. So like I said, for the next few days, I'm unemployed. I can basically
Back to living in a truck, man.
back to living in an 8x10 box. Yep.
Yeah,
It's like
do
a
this
jail
every year,
cell.
man. I feel for you every year having to do this, mate. See, on Wednesday you jump in your truck, and on one,
Well, not really jump in a truck. Wednesday, I jump on a plane to go find a truck.
I jump in a plane as well. Wednesday.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, oh, Mister, I'm going to Spain.
Spain, yeah. We have served notice to the Spanish authorities that I am going. Extra security has been put in place, and I think if I heard right, some of the bars have already shut down, just in preparation for myself and Alan arriving. But no, it'll all be good, man. It'll all be good. So, well, it's been a bit of a mad one. We're at this time of year again, where after you're going away.
Yep.
And the small sort of amount of time we do the podcast, we cover a hell of a lot. Some of it useful, some of it
useful.
yeah, some of it incredibly informative, and some of it's just
Crap.
I'm trying to think of a more sort of constructive word than just crap. And then amongst all that, there's actually a little bit of entertainment, believe it or not, actually is. If you don't believe us, just start on podcast 1 and work your way through. There are some, entertaining episodes in there. And there are some episodes where we're kind of just, I don't know, we forget why we're there. We kind of just wander off in the woods and we come back naked and bare
Maybe you.
raped. But yeah. So, what would you like?
You're the Ewok. You're the one who was walking around the woods naked.
You know something that actually just occurred to me that kind of popped in my head. I think it's from an old joke. Donald Duck.
Mm-hmm.
What's he got to do a game and nothing actually? It's just one of these random things. He gets in the shower and he puts on a towel. Why? He walks around with no underwear at any other time. So yeah, I don't know why.
Just one of the mysteries of life.
It is. It is. There's more chance of working out women than working out Donald Duck.
Mm-hmm.
How's that, Disney? Yes. So, what would you like to get stuck in first? What do you want to sort of summarize on? What do you want to chat about first, gal?
Well, I don't know. To be honest with you, I just
You're still waking up, aren't you?
no. I'm just I I know it's that
You're struggling with the English language.
I'm
today,
struggling with what's going through my head right now. It's like
okay.
I've been thinking a lot. Of course, as you all know, anybody who's watched the show knows we're racers. We like online racing. We like sim racing. We like all that stuff. So my big thing lately is, and I kind of somewhat feel guilty about it, but I think I'm playing way too many games. I'm thinking.
How many games are you playing?
Let's count them down.
Okay.
Project Cars 2.
Uno.
Automobilista.
Dos.
Race Room.
Tres.
iRacing.
Four. I don't know what four is in Spanish. I'm a lot of 3 beers at a time, mate.
4 is Cuatro.
Oh yeah, so is yeah.
Okay, so I said iRacing. Then there's R Factor 2. That's Cinco. Then there's also Wreckfest. It's not so much a sim racing title, but it's still a racing title. I had that. Then of course I do the dirt dirt 4, and I haven't really done Dirt Rally yet. Even though I'd rather switch to Dirt Rally, I've still been doing regular dirt. And if you're wondering why there hasn't been any streams, if anybody who knows the GLC Simulations channel, I ran into technical difficulties with my OBS and NDI, which hopefully next year will get rectified with a new computer. But yeah, there's the dirt games, and then of course I've been playing a lot of American Truck Simulator. Yeah, get a load of this one. Been sitting there hanging around with the guys in multiplayer, pretending to drive a truck through the areas that I actually drive a truck through.
That is cool.
So we're sitting there, we're driving. Of course, I head out from Las Vegas, and I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm from Vegas. I know Vegas.
How realistic is it?
Not at all.
Okay.
Let's put it this way: in ATS, and I do ETS is the same way, but ETS is European Truck Simulator, by the way, which has been around 2 years longer than American Truck Simulator. That's why there's a lot more content, and it's a lot prettier. But as far as American Truck Simulators, when you're sitting there and say you're driving down I-40, which I know very well, through Arizona and all them, it takes about 1 minute to go about 50 miles.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. So, of course, I'm driving in the game with everybody going, man, I wish the yardsticks really did go by this fast.
Well, I've got I've purchased the Euro Truck Simulator.
Really? Well, you should, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Are they on sale over there too?
Yeah, Steam was like
Steam,
£4. Yeah.
Yes, American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator are both on sale for $5.
Somebody was trying to talk me into getting the American Truck Simulator, and I was like, well, the gearing, I don't understand. You got high gears, you got low gears, and then there's the laws, the road laws. I don't understand. You know,
you don't have to,
on games is different.
You don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
If you're gonna do it, do it properly. You don't just take people out of junctions. I know you do. You know, that's why it takes you so long to get back to us. You spend all that time in jail.
No, you don't gotta worry about all kinds of road laws and all this stuff. All you just gotta do is pay attention. If you get a red light on your pre-pass, pull into the way station.
Oh. I might get it. It's not about like the £4 something. But you know, I've not even got the PC yet. I'm more kind of filling up my Steam thing here. But just in anticipation for it actually arriving. So we got as far as Forza, Truck Simulator. So there's 7. What else are you playing?
I was playing Forza with the guys.
Uh-huh.
And then there is I thought there was one more, but I don't know. But yeah, so I've pretty much been.
That's just racing ones.
That's just racing, and the of course the Wreckfest and the American Truck Simulator are just the time wasters. Okay. So it's just the one I really want to. I wish I had more time with, and I'm probably going to make some time with the next few days here. Is R Factor 2. I really want to start playing some more of that right now because R Factor 2 is really starting to become an up and comer. It's coming back hard, and they're bringing a lot of great stuff. Moving to bringing in day-night cycles, rain weather, and all this stuff, and they're. Excuse me, I have to go take care of this. Again, the upstairs children are playing on my porch.
I thought you had your grandkids around me. I heard it earlier and I was like, what's going on?
I need to take care of this. I'll be right back.
Don't use a gun. So, left all alone. Is that a good thing? It's not really a good thing, is it? So as Tom goes off just to obviously sort his grandkids out and stuff. Christ. I actually thought he was his grandkids. I really did. Does anyone else find that you have X amount of games on your hard drive and you turn your Xbox on, or you call your Xbox, PlayStation, whatever it is, maybe even your PC, and you sit there and you go, I've got nothing to play. I've got nothing to do. And you've got like 40, 50 titles there. Maybe even more, you know what I mean? Okay. What I was just saying, Gal, is that do you ever find that, I think we've kind of touched on this before, where you look at your Xbox, your PS4, your PC, whatever, and you've got so many titles on there, and you sit there and stare at the screen and you go, I have got nothing to play.
Yeah.
This was me 2 days ago. I swear to God, right? 2 days ago, I sat there, I'm thinking, right, I've got Metros, I've got Tom Clancy, I've got all these racing games. I've got the Dishonored's. I thought,
Oh, yeah.
I ended up playing Division. Now, I played it once. 15 minutes later, I turned it off, got pissed off with it. Turned it off, right? Went and had something to eat, came back, I thought, I'll turn it back on. Went in Division for about 10 minutes, came off, went on Destiny. I was in Destiny for about 20 minutes. I came off Destiny, I jumped in Dishonored 2, had enough of that, turned the Xbox off, switched over to PS4. Did a little bit of Mafia 3. Got bored with that, came off that. And then ended up playing chess on the PC. What the hell? Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
I get that way. You'll sit there and I have at least 20 to 30 games on either my Xbox or PlayStation. And
installed.
I'll sit there going, what do I want to play? Okay, I haven't even started playing these games. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm going to play this one that I've already beat twice.
I was actually looking at purchasing the new Tomb Raider, which looks very, very good. Now,
I've got to finish Rise of the Tomb Raider before I start Shadow.
I finished the other two. I mean, they're on my hard drive. They're fantastic games. I thought, I'll get it digitally. So into the Xbox store. And as usual, I forgot you've got to go that route. We need to donate some major organ before you can purchase in the store. And they're like, it's a ridiculous amount of money for it. I'm thinking, you know what? No, I'm going to wait. I want it digitally, but I'm going to wait until it comes down because it's not worth almost £60. It's just that's your base model. It's not worth it. But then
I'll tell you what Microsoft did properly.
I've done some research into it, and there's it's getting a few not complaints, I suppose. Yeah, complaints as such. Screen tearing. There shouldn't be any screen tearing. Frame rate issues. It's apparently it's well, I say apparently if you read all the comments in these forums and stuff, it's getting annihilated for bugs. It's just riddled with bugs. So I am going to wait until there's an update until the price comes down. That's not me being cheap. It's just like, well, I don't think it's worth that much money. I think that the price of games, yes, the development costs and everything that goes into it, you go, well, there's a lot goes into it. At the same time, in the past, say, 2 years, 3 years maybe, right, game price has jumped almost £20. Your game used to be like sort of £30, £35. Now you're like, over £50 just for the base game.
For those who don't know, digital game pricing over in the UK is a lot different than America, as to where we have not seen a change in price in a long time.
Extortionate.
There's our digital price and our brand new physical price are the same. Not so in UK.
Oh no, you like for example, I could probably go down the shop, down the store, pick up Tomb Raider for maybe £30, £35, maybe. Digital store, it's £20 more. But I don't want it. I don't want it on disc. I want it on digital because they're a great series. They are a good game, great game, and you can replay them. They really are.
But the one thing, like I was saying, Microsoft really did right when it came to and I don't know whether it was all Microsoft or not, but it was a time exclusive over on Xbox for the Rise of the Tomb Raider, and then of course when it came time for PlayStation to get their version, they had to do the whole 20th anniversary, blah 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 blah, because even though Sony likes to pretend that the game started on their system, it didn't. It started somewhere else first. You have to. No. It was on. It was on a different. It was on another platform first, and then went on to Sony.
Really?
Yes.
What was it, PC or something?
No, it was. I'll look it up. But what I was saying is that when they came out with the 20th anniversary edition, luckily, if you were a person who had the digital copy, and I don't know whether it was probably for physical people too, but if you already had the game, you got an update which gave you all the 20th anniversary content.
Yeah.
So it was nice.
No, I mean, great, absolutely great titles. But I mean, sat there like all these games, thinking I've got way too many games, and I've just got rid of loads. When I say loads, I mean loads. So I had the Man Cave, and I started buying all the other retro stuff. So
Sega Saturn.
Oh, okay.
It was on the Sega Saturn first for I think maybe like 6 months, and then it released on PlayStation.
So so I'm downscaling, sorting the Man Cave out in preparation for the incoming PC, which I announced last week. So quite recently I bought a PS2. I thought I'll get a PS2 again. I literally got a PS2. I probably had some like 50 titles for it. I had the light gun, which obviously you can't use on new tellies. I had the Buzz quiz thing. I had loads of stuff for it anyway. So I've traded that in. I traded 360 in with all the 360 games because I just wasn't playing them. And the PS2 games, I was thinking, oh, I remember that. That's awesome. You put it on a 4K telly and you're like, oh, no, it's horrible. Mm-hmm. And it's just not nice to play. The memories are good, but the physicality of playing it again isn't so good. So the PS2,
they're coming out with the new PlayStation one.
Yeah. It's quite funny you mentioned that. Remember this one. So the PS2 event, 50 games gone, 360's gone, all the games in the 360's gone. What else did I get rid of? I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. I had a spare Xbox One I was using for a DVD player. So that's gone. So I've made some space there, so I've got a nice little gap where the PC is going to go. But for some reason, it doesn't look like there's any more space than there was before. So I don't know. I've obviously filled it with something. PlayStation. So scaled down with the PC. And this PlayStation, I saw this, right? I thought, oh, that's quite interesting. And it kind of perked up. I thought, oh, that would be quite interesting. I thought, no, don't. Just it's another, like SNES Classic came out, the mini one. This is there's someone on Facebook talking about this. Oh yeah, I'm going to get this game. No, it's preloaded. as I'm aware, it comes preloaded with games.
20 preloaded games.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think you can play original games on it, from what I understand.
It's loaded with
Uh,
20 original games.
yeah, I think because Gran Turismo one of them.
Um,
Because that was the comment that was on Facebook. Someone was like, looking forward to playing Gran Turismo again. Thinking, yeah, but you're not going to look forward to it again. This is the thing. Back then, it looked good. It played well. It was fantastic. When you go back and play these games, as I found out, I spent money, and I found out they're not that good. This kind of comes into the backwards compatible, I suppose, the debate, if you like, as well, where you go, oh, I want that game backwards compatible. It'll be fantastic.
well,
And you find you get
Final
that.
Fantasy VII, Wild Arms, Tekken 3, Ridge
Tekken
Racer
3,
Type
yeah.
4.
Why not the
Uh,
original Ridge Racer? That's a lot better.
so these are just some of the games that are
Okay.
coming out for it, but it doesn't list all 20 games here. I'm sure you can find somewhere where it will tell you all 20 games,
Yeah.
but what a lot of people are saying though is, oh really, Final Fantasy VII? Yeah, okay. Um, do we really need to buy this for that when they're actually doing a remake of Final Fantasy VII for the current systems?
Yeah.
So
Thing is, the controller for the PS1 it wasn't nice. It really wasn't nice in the hand. It's iconic. It is an iconic bit of kit,
hmm
but
yeah, but it's, I don't know. I think I'd rather. I think if you were going to do one, I think the PlayStation 2 would have been a better one.
yeah, yeah, I suppose so. Again, it's not just like I said. It was that debate of the backwards compatible. You go back and play these games, and even though they've kind of just upped to play on the one or on the PS4, they're not that good. As you think.
Yeah.
It's a memory, and in some cases, there's some games I remembered. I thought, oh, that was an awesome game, and I got the chance to play Driver. If you remember that for the 360, and the hardest part about it was that the very first part in the underground car park, go through one of the moves. And I
I
turned it
think
on, and I was like,
I
I
still
tried
got
to play
Driver
it.
through
Yeah,
San Francisco for my
yeah,
360.
yeah.
That's a good
I tried to
game.
play it, and I was like, this is terrible. This is so bad. And on the PS4, I downloaded all the GTAs. They were going really cheap. I got San Andreas, and I thought, oh, I remember that. That was brilliant. I remember going to the gym, pumping iron and stuff. You got to keep yourself fit. And I put it on, and I was like, the fuck? What is this? And I started playing it, and I was like, oh my god. Have they got marshmallows for suspension on these vehicles? It's really, really bad. Really, really bad. But obviously at the time, it was the bee's knees because we didn't know any better. We didn't know any better. So that kind of ties into me clearing space for the old PC, and I have been purchasing for the PC. So far, let's see, on Steam, Assetto Corsa Competizione,
Yep, good for you.
European truck driver. I think that's it so far. I think.
So we'll have to when you
Yeah.
finally get the PC and you get all the Assetto Corsa stuff, we'll have to start teaching you how to put the mods in your apps. You have to put in the SRS app. And put in some.
I've got a lot to learn. I've definitely got a lot to learn. I was actually looking at other like non-racing games. I don't even know why, because I can't. I'm not into keyboard to bloody game. I refuse to.
Well, you can use a controller on a PC.
So yeah, some of them can. Yeah, some of them can. I mean, the one game I was looking at was like Armour, but it's not controller compatible. I don't know. It's always interested me. Even from way back.
Yeah.
I looked at it, I thought, and then there was rumors. I think there was rumors when I was on 360. There was rumors that it was going to be coming to Xbox. They were going to do a PC port of it, and I thought that would be good, because the only sort of war sim, if you like, that got ported over was Flashpoint, Dragon Rising. Now the game itself, it played. I suppose it played okay, considering it was a port. The problem with it was single player, and obviously you had your squad. You could do multiplayer. The multiplayer wasn't very good, but there was a hell of a lot of humping from one place to the other, with nothing happening in the middle, which obviously happens if you have any combat experience. It happens. However, for a game, that's just you don't want to spend 20 minutes just humping over the hills and nothing, nothing happening. And the menu system was it was there were several layers to it. You go into this dial, you click that, but you go to that dial, want that dial, just to go yes. Or can they got to come back out of it? So I'd like to see a proper war sim hit, but the PS4 or Xbox, that matter. I think it's long overdue. Long overdue. But if Arma is control compatible, and with the keyboard, it might be something to look at. I love the whole authenticity and stuff. But I was watching some videos, and some people love it way too much. Like they treat it like it's real. It's proper, all the communication orders, everything. It's all proper fire control orders and everything. It's not guys playing a game. It's you think you're listening to a real radio message from some military manoeuvres. Mm-hmm. They take it really seriously. And the minute somebody steps out of line, they come down hard on them, mate. It's quite funny. It's quite funny. So yeah.
Yeah, Arma's one of those games that, it's kind of in the same line of Counter-Strike. People are out there playing it, and not a lot of people, it's not one of those ones that are on mainstream news or people talk about. But it is still quite popular out there, and it is actually, Arma was one of the originators of the whole Battle Royale, where, of course, Brendan Green, he, of course, developed the mod for the Battle Royale there before he created it all for PUBG.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, he did all that there for the Arma series, Arma 1 and 2, and
I think they're on Arma 3 now, aren't you?
I mean, yeah, and there he did all that, and then, of course, he went to H1Z1 when H1Z1 decided to change up, add a different mode to it, and they started going with the whole, Battle Royale mode, so Sony brought him out there, and he started developing it for that, and then, of course, H1Z1 decided to drop the whole zombie aspect of the game, and they just wanted to go with the Battle Royale portion, but, of course, there was a whole rift between him and them, and he left there and went to Bluehole and, of course, developed there. And as much as everybody wants to say, oh, well, he created the whole genre. Well, no, he didn't. Actually, Minecraft created the whole Battle Royale.
Minecraft.
Because they did the Hunger Games mod. Mm-hmm. So when they developed that, what it was is, if you've watched the movie The Hunger Games, you know what it is. It's a Battle Royale, the last kid standing. Well, that's what Minecraft brought out. So everybody would go into this mode or mod of the Minecraft series, and they'd all compete to see who could be the last one standing. So that's where it originally started.
Okay. Talking of PUBG and Battle Royale, I read that Sony is finally being given the go-ahead. Sony and PUBG. So PUBG is coming to PlayStation, finally. So there's kind of a licensing thing they finally got over, and they're now happy. So PUBG will be coming to PS4. Now this is quite interesting because H1Z1 they had the open beta running on PS4, and it was so. I enjoyed it, but then PUBG put in the final installment, and PUBG is very polished now. And I went try to go back to the H1Z1, and I was like, nah, it's just pants. Now that PUBG's been fixed, this is really, really bad. And I reckon it'll probably dominate on the PS4 as well. Without a shadow of doubt, I think it will.
I find it shocking that they want to compete. They want to compete with them. Seeing how H1Z1 is their game, Sony Entertainment, and they're going to bring the one that the guy who helped create that portion, they're going to bring his game over instead. It just kind of doesn't make sense.
It's business, and I mean, if you think about it, it does make sense, right? H1Z1, it's not that busy. I mean, it's literally, I mean, you turn it on, and instantly you got a game. There's literally no waiting period. And then you look at the visuals of it. It is kind of cartoony a little bit. It's kind of, it's almost like you've got Fortnite, H1Z1, then you've got PUBG. So it kind of sits in the middle, and yeah, it plays okay. But it's not that refined compared to what PUBG is now. So it's got to be a bit. It's definitely a business decision. They've looked at how big this game is, how many units it's selling, the support it's got, the fan base it's got. So it makes sense. But I mean, that's not to say that it'll take off on PS4. It just might not. And will they have the issues that the Xbox had? I know it was in a preview state, but will they have some of the similar issues on the PlayStation that they had with the Xbox? Because even though PUBG's in its final stage now, they're still committed to doing the weekly updates if necessary. They haven't just went, okay, preview's over, here's the game, boom. They're still listening. And it's one thing with the guys who have done PUBG is they have listened directly to the fan base. They're not one of these sort of big companies that have went, yeah, well, we've had your money, we're not interested. No, they have listened and they have developed as the community has made demands or made feedback, and you see it. If you've had it since preview, you've seen the development of it and the evolution of where it started as to where it began. There's still some rendering issues now and again. We land and you're still waiting on a house rendering, and then when it does render, you find yourself in a cupboard or something that you can't get out of now and again. But it's very rare now. But yeah.
Neither one of them can compete with Fortnite, though.
Did you just say that?
Yeah. Well, Fortnite is more popular, has more players. As bad as Fortnite is.
Look at the players, right? It's kids.
It's
right?
not all kids. There's
kids,
plenty of adults playing
teenage
Fortnite,
girls, and family men, dads trying to bond with the children.
The only one I think that's going to give them a run for their money is when Blackout finally fully releases, because there's a lot of people upset that the beta was over on that.
And it was quite a short beta. But I mean, it's like any Call of Duty.
It was actually a pretty long beta.
Yeah, Call of Duty comes out and the world just loses its fucking mind.
I heard a lot of good things about Blackout.
Okay. So. That doesn't mean I'm going to purchase it. It doesn't. I'm done with Call of Duty.
You will.
I'm really. No, I won't. The only game I'm looking forward to is you can whisper all you want. It's not happening. The only game I'm looking forward to is Battlefield 5. Honestly, I said this last week. The beta for it was fucking amazing, mate. Mm-hmm. And for a beta to play better than a full game, i.e. Battlefield 1, you think, right, I don't know, if that's the beta and that's not even a finished product. The finished product is just going to be, obviously we never got a chance to see any of the campaign. It was just a multiplayer beta. Would have been nice to even get a bit of a, even just a one level or half a level of campaign would have been nice to see. But yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to that coming out in November. As long as it's not delayed. It should be good. Should be good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually quite excited about it, to be honest. But I've got to watch myself. I'm getting old, I'm almost as old as Gally, so I've got to watch the old ticker these days.
You'll never be as old as me.
Well, how old are you?
I'm old enough.
How old are you? 44?
No.
43?
No.
45?
No.
110? 46?
For the next couple months, yeah.
So you're 46, which means in 4 years I'll be 46. So technically I will be as old.
I'll be 50, so you'll never be as old as me.
So it's one of those debates. You could say, well, actually, you will be, but well, actually, no, you won't be.
No.
But if we're in a paradox or a parallel universe, and if we had the DeLorean and went back and forth in a loop, no, that wouldn't happen. No. Yeah, so we're talking about age. So Battlefield 5, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. But it's whether I've got the time, because obviously once the PC arrives, about PC, and I was actually watching a mutual friend of ours, Daryl, was running his VR. He got VR. His missus gave him a VR as a gift. Yeah. And I was watching it thinking, that does look good. It does look good. But then you kind of, well, if that's on your head, you can't see your keyboard or whatever you need.
Yeah, you can't see any of that stuff.
Turn around and knock your coffee all over your keyboard and you're like, oh no. You get up and drag the VR with you, and the whole PC goes and all. So it does look good. I got to say, and I like the way he was testing. He had his head right down on on the window, so you could see the full grain of the door and stuff. But then there was something he'd done, and it was the missus that spotted it. Yelly spotted it, where he was in the pits, and also he was doing the thing where he's looking at the car. So he's looked at the car, but he's also put his head that far out. The sensor kind of detached his head. So when he's looked back in the car, you just see his body sat there, and it's got no head. The missus was like, "Oh, he's got no head." So what you're about? She went, "No, rewind it." I was like, "Oh, that's fine. That's good." But yeah, no, you look fluid enough. But no, I'm happy with my TV.
Trust me, it looks better on screen than it does on the headset.
But then this.
Because remember, you still got the screen door effect.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's
of course,
not
the new
running.
Pimax machines are supposed to.
Yeah, it's not running, the full 1080 and what have you. But then, do you sacrifice that for the immersiveness of being in VR? I mean, as Dara said, he says it does feel like you're in the car. I said, well, of the VR, it should do. He's like, no, but it really, really does feel like you're in the car. He says it's really quite eerie when you first start it. And then, as you're racing, you kind of just ignore the fact that it's not running at 1080.
Yeah, you do.
But then obviously the restriction is the headset. Now, I give it maybe middle of next year. But will we see 1080 VR? I don't see why not.
You got it coming out now.
Yeah.
The Pimax is coming out with 5K and 8K.
Pimax?
Yeah.
I never heard you before. What's supposed?
Okay, let me show you the Pimax.
Sorry, man, I've not seen this Pimax. My apologies. You got to put it up on the screen here.
Yeah, I'll put it up on the screen.
4K VR. Wow, it's a powerful headset.
Yes, it is.
Do you know, I was talking 4K and 8K and stuff, right? I watched a YouTube video, and it was a guy talking about how we don't see in 4K. Our eyes don't see in 4K. Our eyes don't see in 8K.
That guy's an idiot.
Right? Oh, you probably watched it then, yeah. I'm thinking, all right, fair enough. We might not see in 4K and 8K, but it looks good. I mean, obviously, you get your 4K telly, and you've always got that screensaver you see in the shop. Oh, it's so colourful. Look at that. Wow. But if you've ever been to that, if you've ever been lucky enough to be to that location, it doesn't look like that. Of course it doesn't. It's enhanced. It's enhanced for a reason.
That's the Pimax 8K VR headset.
I'm just waiting for the delay, and I'll see it.
So you got that one, and of course you got some of the other ones in here.
Okay, that'll be interesting to see. What will be more interesting to this is the price, because obviously VR headsets at the moment. Do you know what? Talking of that, as a VR headsets and the price, there is an absolute abundance of VR headsets for sale.
Well, yeah, there's a lot on PC. People don't realize. Samsung has several.
No, I mean, as in the PS, the Oculus Rift. I reckon there's probably 2, 3, 4 go up on Facebook Marketplace every week, and that's within my search area. I'm thinking, why are all these people just suddenly getting rid of the VR?
Well, because
you think,
again, if you look into
that looks kind of cool, I got to say.
If you look at this, what's up on the screen now, this is a lot of what we're talking about with the screen door effect. And even the Pimax 4K doesn't fully get rid of it. But,
yeah,
of course, you got the Oculus CV1, which is the one that is out now. And then you have the Oculus DK2, which is, of course, the still the developer kit. This Oculus CV1 picture that's in the screen, though, that's not a good representation. Picture's better than that. That you get. But this is what you get when you're looking through the headset. But this isn't what when people start looking at streams and stuff like that on YouTube
I was going to say that
they don't see this. They just see it.
That's what I'm saying. The stream does look absolutely mint.
And then, of course, you also have the aspect of VR to where if you don't have the proper frames per second. So right now, VR headsets, if you're running below 90 frames per second, you run the risk of motion sickness. So,
but yeah, which is quite common. Now, it's just why people are getting rid of their headsets, because they're running on a PS4 on a really crappy internet, and they're just trying to race Project Cars 2 and just puking up everywhere. Can't get rid of it. But I do like watching the videos where, you know, they're in a mall or a supermarket and you see someone with a headset and they're face first straight into the ground. Honestly, I love that. I think it's so funny, so funny. There's one that's got he's got a little kid, right? And he's put the VR on him, and it's Outlast, the horror. Now the kid's probably about 5 years old, 6 years old, and this is America, right? And the father's put his VR headset on the kid, right? And Outlast, which is the horror game, and the kid is screaming the house down, and the kid tries to run away and runs straight into the TV. Straight into the TV, mate.
Some people are stupid.
Yes, evil parenting. We're not going to talk about parenting today. No, I think we've done enough assassination of bad parenting over the last few weeks. Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, so I like I said, I'm not one. I don't really want to get involved in the whole VR thing. Like I said, I like being able to.
You think you're on triple screen, so.
Yeah, which I'm going to be upgrading those too. So I'm going to be going to better. I think I'm going to be going to a better. So I'm probably still going to stay at 1080p. I'm not going to go the whole 2K or 4K route, because that takes a. What people don't realize is when you start adding monitors in, one, you have to make sure that your GPU can handle it, and two, you got to make sure you got a good PSU, power supply. So right now, you know, like I have a low, I think I only have like a 450 power supply in my computer right now, which is enough to handle what I'm doing. But what I'm going to intend on doing is I'm going to go to the 144 hertz, so I have a higher refresh rates, because right now I'm only sitting at 75 hertz monitors, and of course they're smaller, but I'm going to go to bigger monitors. So the next computer, I think I'm definitely going to shoot somewhere for like close to 1,000 watts when it comes to the power supply. Well, because, you know, I'm going to be putting in a 1080. What I'm looking at is a 1080 GPU. I'm going to be looking at an i7 8700K. I may go to a 32 gigs for the RAM, more than just, you know, double up to 16. So who knows? We'll see.
See, I kind of know a little bit what you're talking about there, only because obviously I've been looking at just information over PCs, man. Just bends my mind, honestly. Man, it's just numbers. It's numbers. Gally, will that work? Yes, it'll work. Okay, that's what. Okay. Yeah, because it confuses it. It really does confuse me. So I think that, you know, it's probably just as well that you're going away, because I think, you know, me try to teach me how to do this is going to be a long road. But, you know, I'm in the capable hands of Daryl, who you've talked about. Don't laugh. When it comes to,
so he's in the capable hands of Daryl, so that means one of them is going to be messaging
I've never ever
me.
thought I would say those words ever. I'm in the capable hands of Daryl. It's kind of haunting when you say it a second time. I'm not going to say it a third time. It's probably Beetlejuice or something.
So I can look forward to messages.
Help! I need somebody. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. So interesting developments within our metal gaming community, mate. If you like, we've been looking at something for a while, and
I did make a new purchase the other day.
What, another one?
Yeah.
Did you buy a Romanian child from an orphanage?
No.
Possibly.
No, I don't want any kids.
Did you win one of Angelina Jolie's unwanted orphans in a raffle? Don't know. Did you donate to the wall?
Not recently.
Oh, yeah. Well, I see you've been brushing up on your Spanish, mate, so that'll go well. Uh,
I do have to drive through California.
oh, purchase. What have you purchased? I'm trying to think. Right, you've got your screens, you've got your wheel, you've got your. I don't know, mate. I'm trying to rack my head to think what you could possibly have bought. A helmet, possibly? No.
No, I bought a new Xbox.
Hold on, whoa. Just time out. You're the one that said to me that you wouldn't get an Xbox One X because the Xbox One S does all that you need, and there's no point in getting an X.
Yeah.
Have you bought an X?
Oh, I've had an X for a long time.
What?
I bought an Xbox One X last year.
You tell me that.
Yes, I did.
Right, so
I bought the
why
Project Scorpio one.
Oh, yes, we did. Right, so why tell me that you don't need an X then?
Oh no, the X is still going to be here at home.
Right. Right.
Well, you know,
so you've got an X for the road.
I'm going to be living on the road. When you're living in a truck, you have these things called inverters, which is basically how you get outlet power in a truck. And of course, it runs off of, watts and all this other stuff. And while the Xbox One X does work on when plugged into an inverter, it does the power cycle does sometimes fluctuate, and the Xbox One X will shut off.
Okay, where the S won't.
Yes, exactly. Because the Xbox One X, now while neither one of them draw as much power as the original, the Xbox One X still does draw more power than the S. The S is the best one when it comes to power draw. It's the most economical. So the S is a better unit for the truck, and it's like the PS4 Pro, which I have, that won't work in the truck at all, because that actually doesn't work off of an inverter. You can't use the power.
Okay.
So a regular PS4, I'm not sure. I'll find that out the first time I come home, and I'll put in a regular PS4 and see if that one works. But so I decided I'd figure I'd buy something nice, so I bought myself the blue edition. I bought myself the blue Xbox One S. It kind of looks like the Forza Special Edition,
right?
Xbox One that came out.
Okay,
but that's it right there on the screen.
Oh, I've got to wait for the delay, mate. So okay.
But yeah, so
there we go.
I was like, yeah, I like that one.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna throw that one into the truck. And then what will happen with that and the original PlayStation 4? I'll now have the extra systems to where my main gaming consoles can remain in the living room, and then the other systems could end up in here on the console rig. So I will then have console rig racing as well.
He's just a big kid, isn't he? He's just a big kid. He is just a big kid. Wow.
Well, you're the one who bitches that I don't race on console anymore.
That doesn't mean I want you to race on console.
Such an asshole.
You pissed and whinged, right? I'm now, in the process of purchasing a PC, right? And now you're going back to racing on console.
No.
Fuck you.
No. I am not going back to racing on console. Do I want to have the ability to race on console again? Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, you can't play. As much as I'm not a big fan of the game, I still need to try GT Sport, which of course is just another addition to more games I fucking don't need to play.
Do you know what's strange about it is that it's fantasy tracks, right? That annoys me. There are some real tracks, but the majority of them are the fantasy tracks. That really does bug me, right? And that's nice. The replays are nice and stuff, but it just, I don't know. It has a weird feel to it. Even on a controller, because obviously I'm not done on the wheel yet. It just has a really, really strange feel to it. Obviously, I've got it digitally on the PlayStation. I can't get rid of it. Damn. And it's, do you know, it doesn't have that hook that say Project Cars or Assetto Corsa, even Forza, that has, where you jump on, you play it, and you want to stay on
Yeah.
and then continue racing. It has, you can go on. There are a couple of races come off, and it doesn't bother you. It really doesn't bother you. And when you jump in a public lobby on GT Sport, it's worse than a Forza 6 public lobby. It is, honestly. You dare you pass anybody else for, dare you drive better than the person that's on track next to you, because at the next slow corner, oh, you'll know about it. You will definitely know about it when you're just taking clean out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's
the level of racing on public lobbies is
atrocious,
shockingly low. And I've seen Forza gets used to get a bad rep for it. It does, some of the Forza public lobbies are terrible. But I don't understand the mentality.
It's because you have all these people, because that's the mentality that was brought to you by games like Need for Speed, Driver, all those.
But if you look at the nature of the game, right, you shouldn't expect, it shouldn't really be part of it. You're on it's a proper sim race style kind of game. You should be able to go on there and race and clean and stuff. But then you can look at GT Sport, and the game itself is it's kind of a weird setup.
There's the key word you used right there. Game.
Yeah, no. There's a weird. It's got a weird setup to where you can learn history about certain countries, as well as doing your gaming. Why? What? I don't understand the point of that. What's the point? Why do I want to know about something to do with Italy? I'm here to race. I don't know. It's just, it looks good. It's all nice and shiny and polished, and it looks good. But as a functional game, I think it's a bit fragmented. You got stuff here, stuff there, stuff. Nothing feels gelled. Whereas your Project Cars and your Forzas, everything's kind of gelled. Things, if you do something or choose an option, it makes sense why you're choosing that option. Whereas a GT Sport, it doesn't really. It doesn't really. I don't know why that is. But then I didn't play a lot of Gran Turismo. It's not something I've got a lot of experience. So it might be the case of that's the way the Gran Turismo games were always made. I have no experience in that. My only experience is GT Sport and watching people play it on PS2 or in Fast and Furious. That's my only experience of Gran Turismo. So, yeah. So back to what I was saying earlier. Within the grid, we've made this. We're kind of going through the process of coming to how we're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've done a little video for the club this morning, and it's an important one. And it's basically, we've got, I think, about 120 members. And I've always said, for me, it's not about how many members we've got. It's about the quality of the members we've got. So we're now looking at it, and we have got X amount of non-actives. People that have joined, maybe forgot they've joined the club. People that join, don't race, don't post, don't comment. We've got people who are negative on the page. We've got people who just, for whatever reason, post off on the page. It shouldn't be there. So we're now going through the process where by January, all our non-active members will be, out of the Facebook page and out of the community. Now, that's not to say that they're banned. They can reapply if they're going to be active. But if they're not going to be active, then there's no point in you being there. Some say, "Oh no, you can't just kick people." Well, we're not kicking. We're just we're kind of suspending you from the service because you're not using it. And I've always said, if I've got 20 members and 15 are driving, I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I'd rather the members that were there, the members that we're going to see, week in, week out, the ones that are actually contributing to the club. Yeah. Because it has to be a two-way street for it to work. Nothing works if it's just a one-way system. Certain governments should learn that. It's not just a one-way system. It has to be a two-way system.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the big developments that's happening within the grid. That's not the big announcement. You find out later when it happens. Some people would probably guess what it is. But that's a big announcement that's happening with the Groot at the moment. I thought I'd get that in now just in case they missed the video or whatever. But it is a big thing.
Yeah, I'm in complete agreement. I've always been annoyed at people who join groups and stuff like that, but then don't do anything. They just It's just like, why the hell are you bothering?
Yeah. I mean, this is one thing why we
then
haven't
you have
really.
The ones who just like to have the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, this is why we haven't really. We talked about launching a website, and we've ummed and ahed. We've trialed a few. We've got one we're kind of semi-built trialing just now, but you've got that risk of This is where Facebook's kind of good because with Facebook, you add anything to that page, bang, they get notification. All your members know what's going on straight away. With a website, they don't, within reason, unless there's a notification system built into it. Whereas they have to physically log on to find out what's going on. So when you have a non-active member, they don't even get any of the information unless they decide to go and log in. And this is why we've kind of stayed away from the website stuff, because a question got asked about, you did a website, and this is why we've stayed away from it at the moment. It's not to say it won't happen, but we're sticking with Facebook now. It suits our needs at the moment. There's no need for for websites and stuff. And websites are a gamble. The real are a gamble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, as well mentioned. I mean, obviously GLC. They relaunched the website, and the website before was really, really active before they went to the Facebook. And then I remember that being part of that conversation. I remember Mal being quite hesitant going to Facebook, because he thought, if people go to Facebook, then they won't go to the website. And we were like, nah, that won't happen. And unfortunately, it did. People found that the Facebook a lot more accessible and easy to deal with people and easier to keep in contact.
And it also helped that the Facebook was more mobile friendly.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, mobile friendly. But it's just accessibility, mate. Do you know what I mean? People live their lives not around Facebook. Facebook is a part of people's lives now. So it makes sense. This is why there's so many businesses that are run via a Facebook page, because they don't have to pay, monthly or yearly fees for some website and some third party to manage their website and stuff. They just put a Facebook page and that's it. That's all they need to do. And they can run a successful business and make loads of money. And they've got no overheads apart from the overheads of the actual business itself. So, so that's where we're at just now, with the grid, at the moment. Has to be said, mate. Has to be said. Here's a question for you, actually.
What's that?
I'm going to ask you this, right, because it's a little debate that's gone on the page recently. DLC, right? So the question is, right, if a game has DLC, okay, and some of your members don't have DLC, do you A, use DLC because it's part of the game, or B, do you just not use the DLC? Come on. I'm interested on your take on this. I'll tell you why in a second.
I'm not in favor of forcing people to use DLC.
No, it's not. No, it's not forcing. So right.
No. Let me finish. I'm not in favor of forcing people to do DLC, but I'm also against people who are too cheap setting the tone for the rest of the group.
Right, okay. So you're in the same sort of mindset as me then. Yeah.
And it's not they're cheap. Maybe they can't afford it. Whatever. Okay, that's fine. But they cannot set the tone. So if, like you're saying, you have 20 people in an active group, okay, and 15 of them like to show up and race, and out of those 15, 10 of them bought the DLC, well, guess what? We're going to run the DLC. So if you haven't bought it, you're not going to be in it because people want to run the DLC.
Try to find a balance to just a debate that's gone on.
There's more than enough events going
Oh
on
yeah.
to where you don't have to have the DLC portion. If you
I mean,
would like to participate in the portion that has DLC, then you've got to make up your mind. Is
oh
it
yeah.
worth purchasing DLC?
Yeah, I mean, like, within our community, I mean, obviously with the partner clubs and stuff, we've got races pretty much 7 days a week, pretty much, right? So there's loads out there. As one of the things was, say, right, we're going to run, for example, we're going to run group fives, but two of the cars are DLC. Well, it's not fair. They're using it, but are they gaining an advantage by using DLC?
Nope.
No, but I can't use that car
because you didn't buy
it. But it doesn't matter. They're not getting an advantage. I mean, saying that, LMP 900s, which are a new season, we're going to be launching next week, and we've had to say no to one of the cars. On paper, the stats look exactly the same. It doesn't seem any faster. The horsepower doesn't seem any massively different to the rest of the cars. However, on track, that's a completely different story. Even though it says it's the same, the same brake horsepower and stuff, on track, the way they've built the car, the amount of downforce this car's got, it's gone. And it's the Audi and the LMP 900s on Project Cars 2. It has an advantage. Tank and Byron have been but Tank and Byron have been testing this, and the downforce this car had, the grip is just ridiculous compared to the rest. Yeah, if you're just to look at the cars as you select in it, you go speed, brake horsepower, weight. Yeah, that seems equal enough, and it's just not. So in some cases, you have to go. Yeah, we're going to use this class.
It's like back in the day. Yeah, and that's exactly like back in the day when we were on Forza, right? And we'd run the GT. We'd run the GT modern GT stuff.
Yeah.
I always had a problem. It's okay, so we put the PI down to this is what the PI is limited to because these two cars are too fast.
OP, yeah.
Okay. The reason those two cars are too fast is because Forza's too lazy to separate their GT groups. They mix all their GT3, GT2, and GT1 cars all together. So people were like, oh, well, we like to run the Aston Martin. Well, the Aston Martin is a GT1 car. It's not a GT3. Everybody else is using the GT3 cars. And it's just like when they came out with the Porsche pack. Oh, look, we got this Porsche. Well, that Porsche was a GT1. But it was a lot faster. It took corners better. But again, it wasn't. So it was like I was sitting there telling people, it's like we need to do, okay, we're running the modern GT, but we have to decide which GTs. Like the BMW, the Z4 is the GT3 car. The M3 is a GT2 car.
It is, yeah.
So,
but that's the same Project Cars. They've got the M3, but it's the only GT2 car in the entire game.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah. But if you were to run a quick race, you put in GT3 same class, that car will appear on track with you. We had it with we've done the GT3 for the Seattle Corsa, whereas I thought I was doing some testing, so I'd done my own private race and I set to the same class and stuff, and I was like, oh, there's the M3. Hold on, this happened when we done Forza 6. What's going on here?
You sure it was the M3, not the M4?
No, it was the M3, the GT2 and BMW M3. And it was appearing on track with the rest of the GT3s, and I thought, but that's just a GT2 car. And done some research, and essentially it's a GTE car. But again, it's the only GT2 stroke GTE car of that type. So it gets classed as the GT3s. But then again, that car as an example basically sits perfect in the GT3 field. It does. It fits well. I wouldn't say it's any faster than the rest. It all depends on who's driving it, I suppose. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but this is why a lot of people are happy to get a game like Assetto Corsa Competizione, which is focused strictly on the GT3 system.
Well, sorry, I was waiting for you to say someone else. I was going to say something else in a minute. Yeah, I mean, look at me. I said I wasn't when they announced that. I wasn't a big fan of it. You know, I wasn't. I was like, what? Just GT3s? No, it's gonna be fucking pushed. But then after looking at it and my driving, my racing, outlook and I suppose abilities have changed. So I've got a different appreciation for the games. On top of that, it's you've got to move with the times, haven't you? I suppose. Um, it just means that when doing GT3, ACC, not doing GT3, AC, or Project Cars 2. Now, here's the thing. I've made the command decision.
Try Race Room.
Yeah, I've made the command decision.
You're going to want to do the DTMs on Race Room, trust me.
Yeah, well, I've made the command decision that I am not getting Project Cars 2 for PC.
Oh, really?
And I'll tell you why. And I explained this to Daryl, and he got it right. My club is run predominantly on Project Cars 2.
Uh-huh.
That's the bread and butter. So I start doing that, and if I start racing Project Cars 2 on PC, when I go back on the Xbox to race PC 2, there's going to be I'm going to notice the massive difference straight away. And what I don't want happening is me going, oh, I love racing on PC. I really don't like racing on console because because I can't have that because that's the bread and butter of the club. So to make sure that doesn't happen, I am not getting Project Cars 2 from my PC around. I'll get the other games, but I'm not going to get Project Cars 2 to make sure that my only Project Cars 2 experience is on the Xbox with the club. That way, there's no resentment gets built within me about the game. Do you know what I mean?
That's fine.
I've got to do it, mate. I can't do that because if there's ever a day it comes, and I pray to God this doesn't happen. I'm not a religious man, but I pray to him anyway. Allah, is that sorry, is that I can't have done that. Is that if the day I turn the Xbox on and hesitate turning Project Cars 2 on, I know there's a problem because I can't have that happen because that's the club. That's what the club is based upon. Is Project Cars 2. So I've got to be very, very careful. So I've been very adamant. I did hover, and I thought, nope, not getting it. So
that's all right. There's plenty of games.
There's plenty.
Trust me, you're gonna love Race Room. You're gonna enjoy the mods that you can get with the Assetto Corsa.
I have to say, I didn't really kind of ambush me last week, but I have to say, thank you again for gifting me that when I eventually get it. It just blew me away, honestly. What do you know what I've done? Actually, what day was it? Must have been the Tuesday. It must have been the Tuesday. I was at work. I thought I'll put the podcast on. It was 2.5 hours. I mean, so the podcast on in the van. It's really weird listening back to podcasts because like you do it. Sometimes you can't remember all of it, especially when it's 2.5 hours long. So I was listening back and I found myself smiling, laughing. I was like, oh yeah. I didn't think I could catch that during the podcast. And you hear different things. I thought I need to see my own reaction. I couldn't believe my reaction when you said it because you completely ambushed me. So I know how it felt, but I didn't know. I couldn't see my reaction to it. So I watched it. And I was like, man, I look like a doofus. I was like, whoa, like a right doofus, mate. So thank you very much for that. Honestly, I appreciate that so much.
It's not coming right away, but it'll eventually get there.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Right, over to you.
You don't owe me nothing.
Eh?
You don't owe me nothing.
I says over to you.
Oh, over to me.
Yeah.
Well, that British accent of yours.
Scottish, thank you.
It's British.
Scottish.
Is Scotland not part of the UK? Is it not part of Great Britain?
Great Britain. It's not been a Great Britain for many, many years. many,
well, then
many.
maybe we should send Donald Trump over there to make Britain great again.
Oh, mate. Let's not start talking about politics because there's a lot going on in the UK.
I'm not talking politics.
I'll just go off on a
talking
rant.
fun.
I'll go off on that.
But I tell you what, though, you've seen those Nike commercials, or the ad, should I say, where they're using Colin Kaepernick now, where stand for something, or whatever, they're sacrificing everything ads that they've been running.
No.
So they're doing that whole, you have to believe in something even if it sacrifices everything, whatever it exactly is. And I'm sitting there going, I'm like, why are they using Colin Kaepernick? Why not use like Tanya Harding? Wasn't she the first one to sacrifice everything by taking a knee?
I don't know who she is.
How could you not know who Tanya Harding is? The chick who had the guy kneecap, what's her name? The other ice skater there, so she could knock her out of the Olympic competition.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, right, no, yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay, haha, yeah, good.
Yeah,
I know.
You're such an asshole.
Do you know, I was actually watching something, and they're talking about, the American footballers not standing during the anthems and stuff, and how they started taking a knee because he'd spoken to, I must be some athlete. Says, all right, you want to stand for what you stand for. Well, how about taking a knee during the anthem rather than just sit down? And that's why they all start taking a knee and stuff. It's like, okay, interesting.
Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna get deep into that. I just
no.
tell the joke.
It triggered something I'd read.
Yeah, you ruined the whole joke.
But I don't know who Tanya Harding was, mate. I don't know.
Stop living in a cave.
I don't live in a cave. It's a man cave.
I wonder what you're going to do to it while you're gone.
Oh, well, you just read my mind. Holy fuck. I was just going to say, yeah. When I go, that's spooky, mate. Well spooky for her. That's way too spooky. Shit. It's weird, man. It's going to walk through my grave. That freaked me out. Really freaked. I was just thinking that. Generally when I go away for an extended period of time, like a week or something, I come back and like the house has changed. Something has changed. And I asked her just the other day, I says, so what's... Oh, she goes, just get a couple of things done. A couple of things done? What's a couple of things? And she has mentioned about doing this room, but I don't know what she's going to do. I don't know.
I thought you were getting a whole remodel.
Oh no, well I did, because I had a big, massive like TV unit thing, and basically what I've done was I've deconstructed it. So I've taken the top off, so I've got like a low level thing in front of me, because it's kind of got like sort of pigeonholes in it. So I've got I've got VHS, original Xbox, PS4, Xbox One S on the top shelf, and I've got stuff in the bottom, TV and that's on the top. There's a big hole where the PC is going to go, and then top of it, which was like a big, archway thing, that's now sat on the side here. That's like a higher level table, if you like, with my books and stuff on, and that's bolted to the wall. That's where the router and that is, and it's just opened it right up. So everything's kind of pushed against the walls, which gives me more space this way. It's in a bit of a tip at the minute. I've got to say, it is in a bit of a tip. It's not as bad as your room, I have to say. Obviously, the camera can't see your room. It is a bit of a... Well, because obviously I woke up, started watching telly out with the missus, and then she's like, oh, have you not got a podcast today? Like, oh. So I come up, and obviously the room was a bit of a mess. So everything's kind of just been shoved and moved just so I can get set up for the podcast.
Yeah, I still got boxes from all the stuff I received.
I know.
So.
I know. I noticed the leg sticking out. I thought you would have buried her last week. Oh, by the way, what did you do with the kids? Was it a little backhander?
No.
No. Okay.
I just went outside and said, "Hey, brat, shut up and get away from my window."
Hey there, kid. You want us to stop fucking around on my porch?
No, that's the part that sucks about this place. Is
What?
it's
You can't slap your neighbor's kids? It's
no,
terrible, isn't
yeah,
it?
that too. But
Terrible.
no, their porch
When they
to
need it
their
as well.
front door. Well, the window, my window right here in this room
Hmm.
is right there at their porch that goes to their door to go up to their apartment.
Oh, okay.
It's a stupid fucking. It's a stupid layout. Basically, it used to be a two-family home that was turned into a four-family home.
Right.
So it's all kinds of fucked up.
All kind of fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I've
You'll need one.
contemplated moving again. I don't know. It's just I don't want to go
Again.
through the hassle. Yeah, it's a hassle. So I don't know.
You should get one of those converted trailers. That's a big home. You know what I mean? And just drive your truck around, mate. Drop your trailer, pick up your trailer for work, do your deliveries, come back, hook it back up, you're home.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? That way home can be wherever you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Vegas, Kentucky, Canada. When was the last time? When was the last time somebody called you Canadian? I remember this from a long, long time ago. You used to get some stick in 46. I mean, and people would just call you Canadian. You'd like flip shit, man.
Not Canadian.
He's not Canadian, no. I only thought of that because
Do you hear me
when I was
apologizing for everything?
when I was moving stuff around, I plugged the VHS back in, and I thought, oh, what's in there? And I pressed play. And I was like, oh, you are kidding me. It's only South Park the movie uncut. VHS was still in the VHS player. So I sat and watched South Park. It's like, I've not watched this in years. It's like, awesome, mate. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Blame Canada. Yeah, blame Canada. It was really good, man. Really good. So what's your plans between, obviously, you go away Wednesday. What's the plans between now and Wednesday?
Basically, just gotta get my life in order. You know, clean up the house, pack it up, put stuff, protect stuff that needs protecting.
Protect stuff that needs protecting?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, you know, I have idiot neighbors who can't seem to work their bathroom properly and send water down into my bedroom ceiling twice already, so.
Oh. So I'd be punching people the fuck out, mate.
Fucking idiots.
Stop having a bath. Just take a shower, because clearly you forget to fucking turn the tap off. Or the faucet. Turn the faucet off. Why'd you call it a faucet? It's a tap. So yeah, protect stuff. So have you, when you pack him stuff, have you got your son going to keep an eye on the place for you while you're away?
Yeah, he'll come by. He'll come by every once in a while, pick up my mail. He'll probably come over to use the internet.
Okay.
Because he's got shitty internet.
Does he not like watching porn when his wife's around? Like,
no, they got shitty internet over there. Campground has shitty internet, so because we don't have. You know, our only option is DSL, which is really crappy, or satellite.
DSL, that's what that's like dial up, isn't it?
Well, no, it's through the phone lines, but it's not dial up.
Okay. I remember that. I remember getting. Oh my god, getting the first computer and trying to hook up to the internet. Wow, this is taking ages. And you go, oh, we're on, right, we're on the internet. What do we do? Well, I think we need to have an email.
You've got mail.
It's one of them. Yeah. You set up your first email account. You go, awesome. But I've not got any mail because no one knows I've got one. Shit.
Yeah, AOL was America Online. That was their big thing over here. Well, most people didn't realize is America Online was not the internet.
No, AOL was that was my first email address.
Mm-hmm. It was for a lot of people, but what people didn't realize is that AOL did not have full access to the internet. AOL actually blocked stuff.
Yeah.
It was before, like things like Netscape and America Online and all that stuff, all that came about. There was things called billboards. And that's what the original internet was just billboards, places you went to look for information. And you had to sign into these things and so forth. And then, of course, now all of a sudden we're going to have the World Wide Web, blah, 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 blah. And like with Xbox and PlayStation, you sign into Xbox and PlayStation. Well, that's exactly what you did with AOL and Netscape. You signed into these services who then accessed the internet, but they still had control over what you actually saw on the internet. So when you had people that were like, oh, well, switching to MSN, all that other stuff, what they what they didn't realize is they were actually, MSN was actually a direct connection to the internet. So there was a big difference in them. People didn't realize that, though.
I remember MSN Messenger, man. That was crazy. Send a message, somebody sends you a message back, you go, oh, that's amazing. Hi, spoke back. Yeah, I know. Who are you? Speaking to some fucking stranger. Holy shit, man. God.
Remember the first text messages on cell phones?
My first phone was a Nokia.
A Nokia?
10 or something. I remember I had a leather pouch for it and I had a clip with my belt, which you Americans seem to love putting mobile phones in your waist. I don't know why you do. And I was on my BMX. I was like 20, 19, 20. I was on my BMX and sitting down the street, and the phone come off and it bounced along the road. But like this was when they were really expensive. Like, so I got it because I had that and I had a pager. I'll be flash, right? But like, pager. I had a couple of numbers, but it was so expensive to make a call. Like, you put like £10 credit. You made one call and your credit was gone.
Yep.
Yeah, it was gone. And this thing bounced on the road, and I felt like such a twat getting off to pick my mobile phone up, because this was back when not everybody had mobile phones. It wasn't the big thing. So there's me, this young lad, on a BMX with a pager on one side and a mobile phone on the other. Drug dealer! No, not me.
So, but anyway, so I think it's time for us to kind of wind the show down, end it here. We're running out of stuff to talk about. Plus, I know we are. Get to.
It's just sad. It's sad. I always hate the last one for the hiatus.
I'll be back for Thanksgiving, so we'll be able to get together then.
We'll catch up.
The show wouldn't have. To be honest with you, the show wouldn't have to end if CJ would bother to learn how to do this stuff, because then I could just connect by Skype through my cell phone out on the road if CJ was willing to run the show, but CJ won't do it.
Well, see, once the PC arrives, I've got all this power.
I got power.
I got the power. I'm able to download some programs and learn how to use programs and stuff like that. But I have to learn stuff. It's the thing.
Yes.
And sometimes I just
re-education.
And sometimes I just think, fuck it, because as long as you're in control, if it goes wrong, I can go, hey, galley. I've got enough pressures in my life that having to babysit you on a podcast. And saying that as well, if I had all the power, I'd be going live by myself, and that's not necessarily a good thing. Me live by myself with no filter, not very good. Not very good. It's not. That's just dangerous. Really dangerous. Mm-hmm. If you think the wall in Mexico is controversial, holy mother of Jesus. Ewok, a microphone, a camera, and the internet, unlimited access. That can go one way. One way. Fucking jail. Yeah, I know. You never know, mate. No.
Never know.
So once the piece up and running stuff, and I'll try to figure out how to do stuff. You never know, mate. It might happen.
We'll see. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
But anyway.
But yeah.
So I think it's time. I think it's time to end it here.
You're gonna play some a nice little music, nice little sort of farewell tune, and we'll sit here with hankies and get all teary-eyed.
Well, what do you want me to play? Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead?
I don't know. Something fitting. I don't know, mate. I don't know. See, I would have thought a bit further ahead. Just don't start singing, please.
Why?
Why? Why don't want you to sing? Well, I've seen you driving me, and that's more technical. I really don't hear you sing. Or past wind, for that matter. That's just. Okay, I'll stop talking. I know. The time has come. The time has come. I get sad.
Oh, you poor baby.
Don't mock me, motherfucker. Choke, you bitch. Choke. Is what Gally normally says when he's on the road at least 3 or 4 times a week. Just before he snaps her neck. Okay.
You're such an ass.
That's my final input to this podcast. Awesome.
But yeah, we gotta go.
Right.
So I got things I gotta get done, and I don't know. Like I said, I'll be back for Thanksgiving. We'll do something then. We'll get together. And one thing I'm looking forward to though is and I was surprised to see you post this. The new Stan and Ollie movie.
Oh yeah. I didn't.
I was like, wow, CJ knows who Stan and Ollie are.
I used to have a big, huge DVD box set, and then when I moved, one of the times we moved house and I was in the forces, we lost it. Yeah, big fan of Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah.
Movies are fantastic, man. Fantastic movies.
I'd love for them to do one of these movies about Abbott and Costello too.
Yeah, I saw you post that. Yeah, I still need to watch the trailer. I've not actually watched it yet. I just saw it.
John C. Reilly as of course Oliver Hardy, and Steve Coogan as Stan Laurel.
Mm.
And supposedly it's a lot of the stuff that wasn't public knowledge, So the untold story of Laurel and Hardy.
Controversial. They were actually gay lovers. God. Yeah.
That's not the story.
This came from an anal trauma.
I'd like to apologize now for my cohort for being such an
ass. No. See, this is what happens, right? When we run out of stuff to talk about, right? The filter just disappears. Right? There's no engagement between what's up here and what comes out here.
There's no engagement at all.
Stuff kind of goes dum, 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 and just falls out. Yeah. And I can't control
There's
what
been
comes out.
It's been a long rocky divorce between what's up there and down here.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a victim here.
But yeah, so I'm actually looking forward to seeing that come out.
I am. I'm looking forward to it.
So we got that. We got some good movies coming out for this year too. So, and the new Doctor Who comes out next month. Finally, we get new Doctor Who.
I wasn't adding anything because you said we're wrapping up. I thought, well, I'm not going to add anything because I then get that look to say, I'm trying to fucking wrap this up.
The part I love though is now that the new Doctor Who season is coming out, I'll be able to watch it on BBC iPlayer now.
Okay.
I'm not geo-locked anymore.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Okay.
Oh, no. That's the beauty of VPNs.
Mm-hmm.
I can now pretend I'm in different countries and people can't see what I'm watching or looking at and all this other stuff. So it's a beautiful thing. So all I got to do now is just tunnel my VPN over to the UK, and then I can access all the sites over there, and I'll be able to. Because in America you can't watch BBC iPlayer because it's geo-locked.
Well, even with the VPN.
With the VPN, you can, because then it disguises and makes you makes it look like you're over there. But without a VPN, you're basically your IP and all that stuff. It says, "Hey, look, he's in America." No, he's not allowed to access this stuff.
Yeah.
But with VPN,
yeah.
Plus, it allows you to your ISPs aren't allowed to monitor. They won't be able to monitor what you're doing on the internet anymore. That's a nice thing.
You're kind of creepy. You're kind of creeping me out.
I'll put it this way: today's day and age, being on the internet without a VPN is just as bad as 10 years ago if you were on the internet without an antivirus software.
Yeah.
It really is, because your ISPs are tracking what you're doing on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
They see what you're doing, what you're going through. With a VPN, and now with the VPNs I can use them on multiple devices. So of course I've got them on both my computers and my cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm in there, say like I'm in a coffee shop with my cell phone and I'm using the public Wi-Fi, and say there's somebody in there with their hacking skills, the devices, trying to detect, break into other people's computers and stuff like that and steal information.
Conspiracy. The conspiracy.
Oh, well, no, it does happen. My VPN, because my signal's hidden, they can't find me in there. They won't see me on the network. So they can't get access into my computer because they won't see me in there with all these other people that may be on a computer or a cell phone.
You're not paranoid at all, are you?
It's not that I'm not paranoid. It's just that I'm a realist. I understand there's just people out there that are just too lazy to get a real job, and they figure crime pays.
A real job, yeah. No, I get that, mate. I get that. I'm not a big fan of using these like free Wi-Fi's, and you go to Starbucks and it's like ping Wi-Fi. No, you're all right.
Yes.
No.
With a VPN, it's safe to use them.
There you go. And Gally can hide his criminal activity as well.
Yes.
We've witnessed this to say that you done X, Y, and Z at this location. I think you'll find I was in Portugal at the time. What? Yeah, I was. Look, check my phone. I was in Portugal. But we've got video. Sarge, this doesn't make sense. He's on video, but he was in Portugal. No, I get it, mate. I get it. I totally get it.
So yeah. Anything else?
No, we were done a few minutes ago. Then you start talking about VPNs and movies.
Well, I just figured
I've deliberately not said anything because you said we're wrapping up.
I'm just saying. I just threw it in there because now that you're going to be getting into the PC thing, I'm just informing you of ways you should help protect yourself.
I protect myself enough. I got married to a psycho female. She protects me just fine. No one's
good save. Good save.
Method in the madness, my son. Method in the madness. Not fucking suicidal. Yeah. That's my protection.
So in other words, Yoli fights your battles for you.
No. Why would I want to pretend to be in the States? I just don't get it.
Because to access, just there's stuff that you want
to
do.
I know. I was being funny. Yeah, no. Oh, mate, I know.
But it's just not the getting rid of the geo-locking stuff. It's real protection, from, hackers and people who's out there surfing, trying to steal your information. A lot of stuff is digital nowadays. Passwords, stuff like that. Helps protect all that stuff. So yeah, VPNs are in this day and age, in my opinion, a must.
Anybody who thinks Gary's a criminal, just comment below. There's not any comment, Judge. Comment below. I think he's obviously up to underhanded tactics. He's doing something. He's trying to hide his identity and his movements from the CIA,
NSA,
and anybody else.
I'm a ghost.
He's a ghost. And now
it helps with the killing of the hookers,
It does.
They won't be able to look up my cell phone and see where I was.
This is for the last thing I'm saying. I now know why you're getting an Xbox or a console for the truck. Obviously, you will be playing horror games. You'll have the volume cranked up just to hide their screams. Did that guy just man kill hooker? Nah, no, Todd. He's on Xbox. Or someone that way with a shovel. No, definitely not. No. he doesn't let around here. He takes them home. Okay. So yeah. So that'll be the last time I mention you word on hookers this year.
No.
Now you understand.
No,
now you
you'll still get
understand
2
why
more
he's got the
chances.
VPN. Now you understand why he's got the VPNs, don't you?
You'll get a couple more chances. When I'm home for Thanksgiving, you'll be able to ask me how many.
Do you know what's going? See, it'd be really funny, right? It wouldn't be funny, but it'd be funny if that somebody's watching it for authorities. They're like, do you know what? When he's trucking, hooker deaths does go up. Maybe he's worth looking at. Yeah, but Sarge was in Portugal. No. He had a VPN. So he's not leaving because he's working. He's leaving because he's on the run. That's what.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's it, mate. That's it. Right, I'm done. I'm done, mate. Honestly, I'm good.
All right. So we're done. Adios. See you later.
Thank you, everybody. Take
Hasta
care.
la vista.
Bon voyage.
Oh, well, thank you, everybody who's tuned in and enjoyed the show. I hope we've been some type of entertainment, informative. Sometimes. But it's time to go. It's time to call it a year. Time to start a new life again. I hate having to start a new life every year.
Next one's a couple of months. The next one will be in. He's back for Thanksgiving and stuff.
By then, CJ will be on PC, and I could come home and we could have some fun. Have some race room races. Woohoo!
That's when you fade it out when I'm dancing, mate. It's kind of dramatic. Okay.
You definitely are a white man. You've got no rhythm.
Oh, I can dance. Trust me. I would say just ask the ladies, but I'm not going to say that because I'm happily married.
Okay, see ya, CJ. It's been fun. I'm gonna miss you, buddy.
Blast. It's been an absolute blast.
I'm gonna miss you, but I'll still talk to you. We've got many ways to keep in touch. So, be the last time for now that we're talking this way.
On screen,
live, for all to witness. So for CJ, I'm Todd. And again, another episode of the Gamerz Podcast. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Take it easy.
See you soon.